What are you hosting? Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to ask you a very important question, and that is, what are you hosting? So I'm going to give you a little bit of a background story of where the topic comes from. Some time ago I was preparing content for my YouTube channel, and those of you who remember um, will know that I used to say I'm your host Cecilia. And after I uttered those words, I heard the Holy Spirit clearly ask me, what are you hosting? And I paused. I was surprised. And I was thinking by myself, what am I hosting? So two scriptures came to mind. Galatians 5 verse 22 that talks about the fruit of the Spirit, which is love, joy, peace, gentleness, faithfulness, goodness, patience, kindness, and self-control. Another verse that also came to mind was Galatians 5 verse 19. That one talks about the flesh of the works of the flesh, which is impurity, sexual immorality, pride, envy, jealousy, all those kind of things. And I realized that, this is now a teaching moment. So I told myself, let's go back to the beginning. And going back to the beginning actually led me to Genesis 1 verse 26. And the one that says we are made in the image of God, that truth is foundational. So there's nothing that we can do about it. And the verse, I'm reading that in the Amplified Bible, that says that then God said, let us, Father, Son, Holy Spirit, make man in our image, according to our likeness, not physical, but a spiritual personality in moral likeness, and let them have complete authority over the fish of the sea, the birds of the air, the cattle, and over the entire earth, and over everything that creeps and crawls on the earth. I'm going to read verse 27 now. I just want to pause here a little. So when we talk about being made in God's image, we're not talking about, how we look on the outside. Because remember, John 4 verse 24 tells us that God is a spirit. So his image isn't physical, it's spiritual. To be made in the image of God, that means that we are moral beings who can choose between right and wrong. We are relational beings who are designed to love, to have family, and have fellowship with other people. We are creative beings, meaning that we can imagine, we can build, and we can speak life. But most of all, we are spiritual beings. We have the capacity to connect with God on a deeper level. No other part of creation carries that. No, not even animals, not mountains, not even the beautiful stars. Only human beings were given that honor. And because of that image, we were given authority, dominion over the earth, not to abuse it, but to steward it with God's heart. But something went wrong. Sin entered the world and distorted that image. It didn't erase it, but it cracked the mirror. We still carry God's imprint, but it needs restoration. That's why Jesus came, to redeem us, to restore the broken image, to breathe into our spirit again, to make it possible for us to host the Holy Spirit. So, I just want to go back to Genesis 1 verse 27. It says, so God created man in his own image, in the image and likeness of God. He created him, male and female. Ne? Meaning that he created them male and female and nothing in between. Fine. I want to share a little bit of insight here. We go back to John 4 verse 24 that says God is a spirit. So in the natural, we have gender, male and female. In the spirit, there is no gender. What the enemy did is, he took the truth and twisted. So he said, man can be woman, woman can be man. And then the other thing what happened is, in the natural, we are male and female. We have a gender. In the spirit, there is no gender at all. So what the enemy said is, he said, you can be anything that you want. You can be a it. Now we're sitting with classified, If you ask people, they don't know who or what they are. We have to call them they. That is wrong. That is not the identity that God intended for them to have. But well, that's a talk for another story. I want to go back to that last one that says, we are made in his own image, in the image and likeness of God. So that part, I want to explain a little. The one that talks about the likeness of God. Think about a newborn baby. At first, they don't really resemble anyone because they're too small. But over time, you start to see, oh, she looks like a mother. Oh, he has his father's smile. That's the same when we get born again. Our spirit is awakened. We begin to walk in the fellowship of God. Our minds are being renewed. Our flesh, our lives begin to reflect Jesus. So little by little, people start to look at us and say, there's something different about you. That's the image of God being restored in us. So remember, the question is, what are you hosting? Are you hosting the fruit of the Spirit, which is love, joy, peace, kindness, self-control, goodness, faithfulness, and kindness? Or are you unknowingly hosting the work of the flesh, anger, bitterness, envy, pride, and so much more? So, without making this video long, I just want to say, let's stop here for today. Next time, I would speak about the soul, body, and the spirit. Just share a little bit about the soul, body, and spirit, but most of all, I wanna speak about the soul. Oh no, I have to surprise you guys.